darling heart, and welcome to this episode of the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely, or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. I'm here to support you with your alcohol-free or drink less adventures. You can follow me on Instagram at Drink Less, Live Better and find resources on my website, drinklesslivebetter.com. I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get straight to it. Welcome to your sober spring. Spring isn't just about blooming flowers and fresh starts. It's about something more than that. Let's have a talk today about the top 3 advantages of embracing a sober lifestyle this spring and why they might matter more than you realise. Number 1, mental clarity. Imagine your mind as a windshield that's been perpetually foggy. Alcohol clouds your judgment, dulls your emotions, and creates a constant mental haze. Sobriety? It's like using the most powerful windshield wipers you've ever experienced. The mental clarity is about seeing your life with unprecedented sharpness. When you remove alcohol, you're not just stopping a substance, you're unlocking your brain's true potential. Suddenly, problems that seem insurmountable do become manageable. Your emotional intelligence skyrockets. This can feel amazing, but it can also feel confronting at times. Make sure you get the support you need for this. Research shows that even short-term sobriety can improve cognitive function, memory, and decision-making skills. Imagine giving your brain a spring clean, removing the cobwebs of confusion, and letting pure light shine through. When I first decided that I was going to have my alcohol-free year experiment, in the run-up to it, I was feeling all kinds of low-level anxiety, brain fog, and general discombobulation. I would say that the mental clarity has been the very best thing for me along this alcohol-free journey. I hate referring to it as a journey, but it is actually the best word for it. And actually, having just described your mental windshield, maybe it is a good thing calling it a journey, and we'll imagine being in our cars together. Number 2, the second thing I want to mention, emotional connection. Alcohol is so often a mask. It's a way to numb feelings or create artificial connections. A sober spring will remove that mask, revealing your most authentic self. True emotional connection happens when you're fully present, vulnerable, and real to those around you. Sobriety allows you to experience emotions in their raw, unfiltered state. Again, maybe a great thing, maybe not so much. It's good if joy becomes more vibrant, but maybe difficult if sadness becomes more present for you. Relationships do tend to transform from surface level interactions to something more deep and meaningful with those who mean the most to you. You will discover that genuine human connection doesn't require liquid courage. Instead, it requires courage from within. The kind of courage that a period of time alcohol-free allows you to cultivate. And it also allows you to reconsider those connections that may not actually be all that fulfilling for you. Number 3, physical renewal and vitality. Your body is a complex and incredible machine. Alcohol, it is pouring toxin into a finely tuned machine. Physical benefits of sobriety extend far beyond just avoiding the hangovers. We're talking here about comprehensive body renewal. They say that your whole cell system renews every 7 years. Imagine improved sleep quality, enhanced immune function, better skin health, better weight management, and increased energy levels. your liver regenerates, your brain repairs, your entire system breathes a huge sigh of relief. Okay, let's think about some practical approaches then. There's one-to-one coaching. Of course, you can choose me to be your coach. And personal coaching provides tailored support for your unique journey. A professional and empathetic coach will help you to understand your relationship with alcohol, develop personalised strategies, navigate emotional challenges, create sustainable lifestyle changes, and we'll make sure there's a structured support system in place for you, non-judgmental, stable, and secure. Other things include making sure that you have access to sober resources, podcasts. Use your preferred podcast platform and search sober, alcohol-free, drink less, sober curious, and see what comes up alongside this podcast, obviously. Quit Lit. Who knew there was such a category of books as Quit Lit? They tend to fall into two categories, either scientific or memoiry. Unless you buy the book Drink Less, Live Better, that kind of sits firmly between the two. Have a look through sober social media, use hashtags, and look and see if there are any sober meetups near you. Have a think about your emotional regulation practices. What are the holistic approaches that will support you to process the emotions you might have suppressed with alcohol and find something more meaningful? You might experiment with meditation, yoga, creative workshops, some nature therapy, perhaps some physical fitness programs. And remember that Sober Spring isn't about restriction, it's about feeling liberated. It's about choosing yourself, your health, and your potential. I've got 2 coaching options for you right now. There's Alcohol-Free April. You can sign up anytime this month for 4 weeks of sober support, or 90 days of one-to-one coaching. Both options are linked in the show notes. Your journey starts now. Are you ready to bloom? Thank you for listening in today. Check out the show notes also for a link to a hidden podcast episode that will help you with your 5 p.m. cravings and details about each of my coaching programs. And P.S. I believe in you.